So, how does it feel, Mr. Mayor Donald Trump? Yeah, I say mayor because that's, typically these raids are like on a smaller kind of, and I want to bring this closer to home for people, smaller basis with regard to, you got the mayor, and then they appoint like a safety director, and then they might work together and get like a police chief, kind of thug, piece of shit motherfucker. And then they get these, I guess they have some kind of warrant to go into the Mar-a-Lago, I would probably be I'd probably be considered more conservative. I mean, I'm a radical environmentalist. I'm radically pro-choice. I believe in a child's right to choose if he or she wants to live. It's usually better when the person gets out of the womb, So that makes me conservative, I guess. Believing that the child should be protected because that child's a person, So the conservatives are trying to talk this shit like, hey, well, you're going for our president. Obviously, he's out. He's still a former, but still, it doesn't matter. I mean, you should give that respect and honor to the guy, And obviously, they're trying to start some shit with him. But how does it feel? And he's all pissed off. I'd be like, look, when I was raided by the, I don't know if it was ATF was there also. It might have been federal. I'm not kidding you. They came strong after me, y'all, in Louisiana. I kept saying Louisville, my other video, but I think it was something. I can't think of it right now. But I was going westbound on the I-10, and I got nailed. I was going over the speed limit as usual, which that's my rule. And then of course, I guess there's this law. I didn't even know. I mean, most people know about this, but you can't. If you're on like a big interstate, you can't be in the what they call the passing, in the far side line, far side lane, except for passing, whatever. But and I got pulled over for that, and that's when they started they asked if I had any guns, and if I had $10 million cash in my trunk, which sure, hey, why not? Started fucking with these guys. I've always tried to fuck with these police, just have fun with it, Because you see this stuff on like cops. When you didn't do anything wrong, it's like, so they jump. Hey, it would have been funny. Well, he wasn't there, but it'd be funny if oh, you got the wrong house, man. Did they have the wrong house? Sorry, we're in the wrong place. We're looking for, classified. It seemed like it's like the National Archives or something. I guess is involved with this. And he's all pissed off about this, but dude, you didn't do anything wrong, so why are you pissed off? You just have fun with it, dude, I look at cops, though, it's like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? 100% of the investigations, they really fuck up. Because they got this OCD shit going on in their head, whereby, they get this tunnel vision, and they're just going for one thing. They're just going to get evidence that they're going to be able to use against you in a trial that just ultimately want to get that conviction, because they get the conviction rate for the prosecutor up higher. Usually they're an elected, in my county, William D. Mason was the big one. He was winning year after year, but he ran for office. He's a big-time Democrat. Usually, you got Democrats in these big cities, but overall, how's it feel, We remember this country has the highest crime rate in every category. Most drug usage, most consumption of alcohol, and like Indonesia, for example, 1.5% of the people have used either alcohol or any kind of what we would consider illegal drugs in America. And it's 1.5% between the ages of 15 to 64. Here it's like, they actually have used, that admit to it, 90%, okay? I'm getting some itchies. These nose seams might be getting me still a little bit early though. Just after 10 o'clock in the morning on the 9th? No, that was yesterday. The 10th of August, 2022. So yeah, we're almost 2 days into this thing now. It's kind of cool. But mate, you know what? It's really cool though, part of the thing was when I got pulled over in I-10, I'm like, well, at least these guys, at least, worst case scenario, they get a chance to. I was kind of hoping they would find something, but And then, of course, the Rocky River. Go look at rrcourt.net. That's, you put my name in there. I was kind of hoping they'd kind of find something just because, just to look into it. To see how they do things when you're the subject of this thing, And as a president, you should be like, well, I really appreciate this to, get an opportunity to see what it's like to be rated. Whoever they is, have tried to raid me. Maybe I'm itching so much right now because my face is really, really coming back, y'all. It's like, it feels weird. Oh my God, my face is almost 100%. Oh, it's like bugs, it feels like there's bugs crawling in my face. I got MS, if you haven't seen my other videos, and I got this itis, so I'm legally blind and all that fun stuff. There's no such thing as actually legally blind. You're either blind or you're not. The government just says here in America, you're motherfucker, you're just blind. When you're like 2200, I got this eye disease thing. So, oh my God, this is really, I ate something. Oh, I ate a bunch of spinach. I've been on this spinach kick for more than a week now. I did a whole thing of spinach in like 5 or 6 days. Mostly just spinach from the very moment I woke up. And then a little bit of coffee just now too. There's a correlation between what we eat, I'm telling you, and just your overall body, not just, and of course neurological disease and all the good fun stuff too. But that's the thing, it's like you should look at this and say, okay, well, these guys were under my leadership, and what can I do to make this department better or whatever? Department of Education, Department of Energy, how are things going with my Department of the Treasury? We should see this as an opportunity for growth. You didn't do anything wrong, right, Mr. President? Which I don't think there's such thing as a president not committing any crimes in this country. The whole thing is set up for total failure and crime, and more of it. It's a complete and total disaster in this country. The Constitution's way the fuck outdated. All this shit, look, I'm big into the Securities and Exchange Act of 1933. It wasn't actually implemented to the following year, but it's outdated, y'all. I'm looking around, EPA outdated, HUD outdated. There's so much shit that this country it's all fucked up. So we're at 7 minutes, but I'm blind. That's another thing too. The way they treat disabled people in this country. The only reason why they even changed any or allowed any kind of Americans with Disabilities Act, for example, is just to shut up the UN kind of stuff and the humanitarian, international humanitarian stuff. This country is just filthy. There's no, there's a reason why we are the biggest debtor in the world. You realize that, right? Our biggest creditor is China and Russia. And then the wall is going to be built by Mexico, which they're one of our biggest creditors, one of the top 5 creditors in the world of the USA, and right there with Canada. The biggest 2 are Russia and China. Creditors, not just suppliers of major. Anyway, so how's it feel? How many raids have been going on in this country when the president should just step in and say, what, enough of this shit. We need gentleness. We need delicacy, Or you got the wrong house. You should just say, hey, yeah. He should have came out and said, hey, and he could have tweeted. Well, he's banned from Twitter. They had the wrong house. They were looking for the wrong guy.